The Lord urged me to deliver this urgent message today. You are not where you're supposed to be. You've felt it in your spirit. You've felt the unrest in your nights. And now, heaven is moving. The angels have spoken. Your relocation is not only confirmed, it's imminent. This is not a wishful dream. This is not your imagination. You are about to walk into the place already shown in the Spirit, and what I'm about to reveal will send chills down your spine. You see, the enemy wants to keep you stuck, tied to old places, old battles, old memories. But God is cutting those cords. He's opening a gate, and this message is the confirmation you've been begging heaven to send. Don't look away. Don't scroll, because what you're about to see might just be a picture of your future home. Say this aloud with faith. Lord, I'm ready for what you've prepared for me. Divine warning. Your move is near. This isn't just a shift in location. It's a shift in destiny. Heaven has whispered your name. Angels have gone before you. The spiritual atmosphere around you has changed, and it's no accident. Many times, when we feel overwhelmed, stuck, or frustrated in life, it's not because we're doing something wrong. It's because we've outgrown the place where we are. And spiritually, something begins to press against us. Like a bird that can no longer stay in the nest, you are being pushed into flight. You may feel uncomfortable where you are now. Things don't feel like they used to. Conversations that once gave peace now stir anxiety. People you used to align with no longer understand your journey. That's the warning sign, and it's divine. The place where you are no longer fits your spirit. And that's because God has already prepared a new place where your soul will breathe again. The angelic message is clear. You're not moving out of fear. You're moving by divine force. Don't resist. Don't delay. The move is near. The angels are revealing the path. Pay close attention, because something is happening in the unseen. While you've been worrying about how, when, and where, the angels have already mapped the route. You are not alone in this journey. Heaven has been organizing the steps behind the scenes. Even when your prayers seemed unanswered, the path was being cleared. Let me say this again for the one who's doubting. The angels have been dispatched. You may not have seen them. You may not have felt anything, but they've been standing at the intersections of your life, holding back delays, blocking wrong turns, and guarding you from unseen danger. Why? Because where you're going is sacred. This next place has been chosen, anointed, and set apart. You've cried in silence, wondering why certain doors never opened. But what if I told you those closed doors were divine protection? The angels weren't blocking your progress. They were guiding you to the right door. And now, that door is swinging wide open. This isn't about relocation. This is about fulfillment of purpose. The enemy wants you anxious, confused, and paralyzed. But the angels are saying, walk forward. The way is clear. The promise is ahead. Listen to me. That unsettled feeling in your chest? That's not fear. That's the Spirit urging you forward. You're not crazy. You're not lost. You're being led. And now, I want you to do something bold as an act of spiritual agreement. Scroll down and write in the comments right now. I trust the path. I trust the angels. I'm ready for the move. By writing it, you're not just typing words. You're activating heaven's alignment over your life. Say it again. I trust the path. I trust the angels. I'm ready for the move. And get ready, because the journey has already begun. The place was chosen by the hand of God. What if I told you that the place you're about to move into was already written in heaven before you were even born? Yes, the very space where your feet will soon walk has been handpicked by the Creator of the universe. This is not coincidence. This is not some random real estate deal. This is not a move based on convenience. This is divine architecture. Every wall, every window, every inch of soil beneath it has been touched by the breath of God. Let me show you something. In the Bible, God told Abraham to leave his home, to go to a land he had never seen, and trust that God had already prepared the way. And just like Abraham, you are being called to a place you haven't stepped into yet, but it already belongs to you. There is provision waiting for you there. There is peace you've never known. There are people assigned to bless you, support you, and walk with you in that new season. And no, you won't have to fight for it. The battle was already won in the spiritual realm. You're not chasing after a dream. You're stepping into a divine appointment. The place you're leaving served a purpose. But the place you're going? It carries a promise. Now, listen to this closely. When God prepares a place, He does it with your future in mind, not your fear, not your age, not your bank account, not your comfort zone. He chooses based on the version of you that is yet to be revealed. This move is not just about changing your address. It's about meeting the version of yourself that's been waiting in the next location. So I want you to take a step of spiritual courage right now. Go to the comments and type this declaration with power. God chose this place for me. I say yes to His plan. Say it loud. Say it with conviction. Because when you agree with heaven, nothing on earth can stop you. This is not just a move. It's a mission. And it begins the moment you say, God, I trust you. Lead me to the place you've prepared. Have you felt like you no longer belong where you are? Let's be honest. There are moments, maybe even recently, where you've looked around at your surroundings and quietly whispered to yourself, I don't belong here anymore. It's not just about the neighborhood or the furniture or the noise. It's something deeper. Your spirit feels misplaced, disconnected, suspended, and you can't always explain it to others because they don't feel what you feel. But deep down, something inside you knows, my time here is over. Maybe you've tried to force yourself to be content. You've said things like, I should be grateful. It's not that bad. This is all I've known. But none of those words have silenced the spiritual restlessness that's been building inside of you. You try to sleep, but your heart is heavy. You wake up feeling tired, not just physically, but spiritually exhausted. You're not lazy. You're not ungrateful. You're just out of alignment with where God wants you to be next. That's why everything feels like it's grinding, like you're trying to walk forward, but the ground beneath you is cracking. Because when the season changes, the space around you shifts too. God doesn't leave His children stranded. When you begin to feel disconnected from your environment, it's not punishment. It's preparation. He's removing your emotional attachment from this place. He's allowing discomfort to rise so that you will no longer cling to something that's beneath your calling. You are not being pushed out. You are being pulled forward. And maybe nobody else sees it. Maybe those around you think you're just going through a phase. But listen carefully. This is not a phase. This is a prophetic repositioning. You've grown. You've matured. You've survived things others don't even know about. And now, it's time for your environment to match your evolution. So pause for a moment, right now, and speak this out loud. God, I know I don't belong here anymore. Lead me where I'm meant to be. Then go to the comments and boldly type, I'm ready to leave this place. I trust God with my next chapter. This declaration is more than words. It's a release, a surrender, a spiritual unlocking. Don't be afraid to let go. The place you're in has served its purpose, but the place you're going will fulfill your promise. A celestial sign that confirms the move. You've been asking God for confirmation. You've whispered it in your quiet time. You've looked up to the sky and said, Lord, if this is you, give me a sign. And now, here it is. Yes, this message is the sign. But let's go even deeper. Do you remember the odd dreams you've been having lately? The visions, the random thoughts that seem to come out of nowhere, the way your spirit feels pulled toward a place you've never even visited. That's not coincidence. That's God speaking through your soul. He often speaks through subtle, quiet whispers, through the stirring in your spirit, through the repeated themes that keep showing up in your life. Have you noticed the number 888 lately? Or seen signs of open doors, transitions, or roads ahead? Have strangers mentioned moving, or change, or a fresh start, without knowing anything about your life? These are celestial breadcrumbs, small signs, gentle nudges, but together they form a divine pattern. God doesn't shout when He confirms. He surrounds. He surrounds you with signals, so your spirit begins to align, even when your mind is still catching up. Think back. How many times in the last few weeks have you said, I feel like something is coming. I don't know why, but I feel like a shift is near. I keep feeling like I'm supposed to be somewhere else. That's because you've already sensed the angelic movement. The spirit realm is real. It is alive. And heaven is not waiting for you to catch up. It's waiting for you to say yes. That strange house that keeps showing up in your thoughts, that location you've always been drawn to, even with no logical reason, that image you keep seeing, that's not imagination. That's divine communication. The photo, the place, the stirring, it's all coming together. And the moment you say yes, heaven begins to accelerate the timeline. Right now, wherever you are, I want you to do something sacred. Pause everything and declare with authority, this is my sign. I accept it. I'm ready for the shift. Then, go to the comments and write, the sign is clear. God is moving me. I'm ready. Don't delay. Don't overthink. When heaven gives a sign, the wisest thing you can do is respond in faith. Because signs are not just for show. They're spiritual confirmations, meant to trigger divine action. The prophetic photo. This is your new home. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath and imagine it with me. A place of peace, of stillness, of divine alignment. Now open your spirit, because what I'm about to reveal is more than a mental image. It's a prophetic picture of where your soul will soon rest. There are moments in life when God doesn't just speak with words. He speaks with vision, and in the realm of the spirit, a location has been shown, a structure, a space, a home. You haven't stepped into it yet in the physical, but your spirit has already been there. You've seen glimpses. You've felt a strange familiarity with a place you've never walked. You've had dreams that left you wondering, why did that house feel like mine? Why did I see myself walking through that doorway? Because it wasn't a dream. It was a preview, a spiritual photograph of your future. And now I ask you, with reverence and humility, look again. Do you see the light coming through the window? The calm around the property? The sense of belonging that sweeps over you, even now? This is not fantasy. This is prophetic memory. The angels have walked that hallway. They've stood guard at the entrance. They've prepared the atmosphere with peace, safety, and divine assignment. This is not just a house. It's an altar of transition. And here's the truth. Your heart already recognizes it. That's why you feel tears rise without warning. That's why something in your chest says, this is it. You're not moving by chance. You're being placed, set, appointed. And as a sign of faith, right now, I want to invite you to do two things. Write this in the comments below. That's my home. I receive it by faith. Speak it. Type it. Declare it. Don't just observe. Engage with the promise. If this message is confirming what your spirit already knew, sow a seed of faith. Use the super thanks button below, not as a payment. God's way promises are free, but as an offering of alignment, a spiritual act of saying, Lord, I believe this is my word, and I honor it. Every act of faith opens a door. Every seed, no matter how small, is seen by heaven. You're not just giving, you're agreeing. You're stepping into partnership with the Word. And when you give into good soil, something supernatural begins to grow. Say it one more time. That's my home. I receive it by faith. And if this message has spoken to the deepest part of you, if you've felt the chills, the tears, the confirmation, then take the bold step. Use the super thanks below and sow into the promise of your new place. You're not buying a house. You're birthing destiny. What this place represents. Spiritually, this isn't just a house. It isn't just a new address. It's not just a change of scenery or a fresh coat of paint. This is holy ground. The place God is leading you to carries a spiritual mantle. It is a place of restoration, of healing, of fresh encounters, of prophetic acceleration. You've been through a wilderness season. You've cried behind closed doors, wondering when the breakthrough would come. You've held on to faith even when your surroundings screamed defeat. You've walked through betrayal, heartbreak, illness, and spiritual drought. But now, God is saying, enough, the time of wandering has ended. Now, I establish you. This new place isn't about luxury or status. It's about assignment and anointing. The home you're about to enter has been soaked in angelic presence long before your feet ever crossed the threshold. And listen closely, because this is prophetic. In that space, your sleep will return. Your body will heal. Your creativity will flourish. Your relationships will align. Your spirit will rest. The home is not the miracle. You are. But the home is where the miracle will manifest. It's where books will be written, where prayers will be answered, where dreams will no longer die in silence, but live with boldness. This place represents your covenant with God, a physical space that matches your internal breakthrough. And the enemy knows it. That's why you've been under pressure. That's why the attacks have increased. That's why you've felt misunderstood, isolated, and even tempted to give up. Because hell can sense what heaven is preparing. But here's the truth. The enemy can't stop. You're moving forward. You're stepping in. And nothing can hold you back now. Now pause and reflect on this. That new space is where you'll finally breathe without fear. Where worship will echo off the walls like waves of oil. Where every prayer you've whispered will meet its answer in due time. That is what this place represents. So right now, wherever you are, speak this into your atmosphere. This place is holy. This place is prophetic. This place is mine by promise. Now, go to the comments and declare it out loud with all the faith you have left. This is not just a house. It's my healing. It's my altar. It's my assignment. And if this message is watering something deep inside of you, sow into it. Click the super thanks below and say, God, I believe this is where you're taking me, and I honor you with this seed. Your act of faith today will echo into your tomorrow, because the place you're about to call home is the place where heaven meets earth for you. Breaking from the past. There's no turning back. There comes a moment in every believer's life when God draws a line in the sand. A line between what was and what will be. Between who you were and who you're becoming. And once that line is drawn, there is no turning back. You can't unknow what God has revealed. You can't unsee the vision. You can't unhear the voice that has echoed through your spirit, telling you, you were never meant to stay there. It's time to rise. Some of you are still emotionally tied to people, places, and patterns that no longer serve the call of God on your life. But today, right now, those chains are breaking. That relationship that drained you, that environment that silenced you, that version of yourself that played small just to survive. It's over. This is a spiritual exodus. God is not asking you to politely pack your bags. He is calling you to walk out of bondage with authority. Think of Lot's wife. When she looked back, she turned to salt. Because the instruction was clear. Move forward. Don't return. Don't even glance behind. You can't carry old weight into new spaces. You can't walk into the promise still tethered to your past. You must let go. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the shame. Let go of the what-ifs and the fear of the unknown. Yes, it's scary. Yes, the past felt familiar. But comfort is not your calling. Destiny is, and destiny demands movement. Obedience, courage. God is not asking you to understand everything. He's asking you to trust Him enough to walk away from everything that no longer aligns with His will. Hear this clearly. There are blessings that can't reach you until you move. There are prayers that won't be answered until you release. There is a next level that cannot be accessed while your hands are still holding the last one. So right now, with the fullness of your heart, speak this aloud. I break agreement with my past. I refuse to return. I step forward with faith. And then I want you to go into the comments and write something that will shift the atmosphere. I will not look back. I'm free. I'm moving into the promise. This is your moment, your turning point. Heaven is witnessing your decision. And when you choose obedience over nostalgia, God opens doors no man can shut. If this chapter has spoken to your spirit, if you feel something inside of you rising, seal it. Click the super thanks and say, this is my exit. I honor you, God, with this offering of release. You're not paying for freedom. Jesus already did that. But you are sowing in agreement with heaven's timeline. And today, the voice of the Lord is clear. Don't look back. What's ahead is greater. The enemy will try to stop you. Stay alert. Now that you've made the decision to move forward, to say yes to what God has prepared, don't be surprised if the warfare intensifies. Because the moment you step into obedience, you become a threat to the kingdom of darkness. Let me be clear. The enemy isn't fighting your past. He's terrified of your future. He knows what's on the other side of your obedience. He knows that if you make it to that new place, you'll begin walking in authority, clarity, and divine assignment. So he sends distractions, delays, doubts. He tries to stir confusion. Suddenly, people from your past resurface. Old fears try to whisper again. Financial worries begin to scream. Doors you thought were open begin to shake. This is not random. It's resistance. But hear me. Resistance is confirmation. The devil doesn't attack what isn't dangerous. If you were headed nowhere, he'd leave you alone. But because you're moving into promise, he's trying to reroute your destiny with fear. Don't fall for it. Stay alert. Stay prayed up. Stay focused. Right now, you must guard your mind. You must guard your time. You must guard your spirit. Every time doubt creeps in, remind yourself, God already prepared the place. The enemy is just late to the revelation. You are not under attack because you're failing. You're under attack because you're breaking through. That uneasiness you feel isn't failure. It's friction. It's your old season colliding with the momentum of the new one. And the enemy is desperate to slow it down. Don't give him space. This is the time to fast, to worship, to speak the promises of God out loud, even when you feel weak. Especially when you feel weak. The angels are fighting for you. Heaven has already gone before you. The path has been cleared. But you must walk it. You must choose to trust even when your senses scream otherwise. Say this with conviction. I will not be stopped. God goes before me. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Now, go to the comments and write it as a public declaration of resistance. I'm alert. I'm protected. I will reach the place God prepared for me. Let the enemy hear it. Let the heavens echo it. Let your soul believe it. You're not turning around. You're advancing, fully armored and divinely covered. God is preparing your new story. Pause. And let this settle in your spirit. Your story is not over. In fact, the part of your life that is about to begin will make everything before it. Makes sense. You see, God is not just giving you a new address. He's giving you a new narrative. Everything you've walked through, the betrayals, the losses, the delays, the confusion, they were not wasted. They were chapters. And some chapters are messy. Some pages are full of pain and silence and waiting. But the author never stopped writing. God has been scripting something beautiful beneath the chaos. And now, a shift in the plot is here. This new place you're moving into is the stage for the next act of your life. An act where the tone changes, the scenery shifts, the dialogue is filled with joy instead of grief, and the outcome reflects divine fulfillment instead of struggle. You've been the survivor. You've played the role of the strong one. You've endured with tears no one saw. But now, you're stepping into the role of the redeemed. This is where legacy begins, where blessings pass through you to your children and your children's children, where the spiritual weight you've carried in silence becomes wisdom you release in love, where your testimony becomes a message of hope for others who feel stuck. Let this truth sink deep. God never forgot your story. He just wasn't finished with it. That delay, it was divine editing. That heartbreak, it was the closing of a toxic chapter. That silence, it was the author's pause before the most powerful line. And now, the pen is moving again. In this new place, you'll write songs you thought were buried. You'll restore dreams you thought were lost. You'll speak words you didn't know were still inside you. You'll wake up with vision instead of dread. This is not reinvention. This is revelation, the unveiling of what God always intended. Say this now, with reverence and authority. My story is not over. God is writing again, and this time, it's glory. Then go to the comments and declare this prophetic truth. The author of my life is writing a new chapter, and I say yes to it. You are not who you were. You are not defined by what happened. You are not limited by what you've lost. God is not just restoring your story, He's redeeming every single page. And this next chapter? It will be worth every tear you cried to get here. A promise of peace and prosperity in this new place. Let me speak something over your life right now. You are stepping into a land of peace. You are stepping into a space of provision. And no, this is not too good to be true. It's the nature of your Father. Because when God moves you, He doesn't just place you anywhere, He plants you. And what does He plant you into? Into a space that has already been prepared, already blessed, already surrounded by angels, already filled with the fragrance of peace. You're not entering a war zone. You're not stepping into more struggle. You are crossing over into rest. Let that word echo inside you. Rest. This is the season where you stop fighting battles you were never meant to carry, where the inner storms are stilled, where your spirit exhales for the first time in years, where your thoughts no longer scream with panic. In this place, there is peace that surpasses understanding. Peace in your body. Healing will begin. Peace in your mind. Clarity will return. Peace in your relationships. Divine alignments will be revealed. Peace in your finances. Because God does not move His children into famine. He moves them into favor. Yes, I said it. Favor. You've been sowing faithfully. You've been praying with weary hands. You've honored God in dry seasons. And now, in this new place, the harvest will begin to bloom. Don't be surprised when provision begins to find you, when unexpected checks come, when resources align, when doors open without you knocking, because you are entering the land of ease by grace. And no, this isn't prosperity preaching. This is Bible. Psalm 23 says, He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. That is not poetic language. It is prophetic instruction for your next address. Green pastures, still waters, restoration. This new home is not just a blessing. It is a covenant, location, where heaven meets your needs before you even speak them, where the land itself becomes part of your testimony. In this new place, you will not labor in vain. You will not live in fear. You will not wake up dreading the day. You will walk in peace. You will live in provision. You will testify of the goodness of the Lord. So say it now with all the faith that you have. I am entering a place of peace and prosperity, prepared by God Himself. Then go to the comments and write it as your faith statement. Peace is my portion. Provision is my promise. I receive it. And every time the old fears try to rise, every time you wonder if it's too late, or too far, or too good, remind yourself, God doesn't tease, He fulfills. He doesn't dangle promises like bait. He delivers on every word He has spoken. You are not just being relocated. You are being repositioned for overflow. This is your place. This is your moment. And nothing will be missing. Nothing will be broken. Get ready. A door is about to open. There is a door. It's not made of wood or steel. It's not locked with a key from this world. It's a spiritual gateway, suspended in the realm of heaven, waiting for your obedience to push it open. And I came here today to deliver this prophetic truth. That door is about to open. You've been standing in the hallway, pacing, waiting, praying, fasting, questioning. You've knocked. You've cried. You've wondered, God, did you forget me? But the silence was not abandonment. It was alignment. Because some doors don't open until the atmosphere on the other side is fully prepared. Until every person, every resource, every breakthrough is positioned. And now, everything is in place. The handle is turning, the hinges are creaking, the lock is breaking. You are seconds away from divine access. But here's the key. You must be ready. You must have the faith to walk through what you once feared. You must be willing to leave behind what you've already outgrown. You must not hesitate, because hesitation breeds delay. And delay, in this season, is dangerous. The door isn't opening so you can look inside. It's opening so you can walk into your next. And when you step through, it won't just be a change of surroundings. It will be a change of identity, a shift in your atmosphere, a divine repositioning that affects every area of your life. This tower represents more than opportunity. It represents transition, transformation, triumph. What's behind this door? Peace you've never tasted. Joy that doesn't leave when the circumstances change. Provision that chases you down. Favor that doesn't make sense on paper. Answers to prayers you forgot you prayed. And the moment you walk through, you'll feel it. This is where I was meant to be. But be warned, not everyone can come with you. Not every mindset can follow. Not every habit can survive past the threshold. When God opens a door, He's not just making a way. He's closing everything behind you that tried to hold you hostage. Right now, I want you to declare this with fierce, unshakable faith. I am ready. I'm prepared. I will not miss my open door. Then go to the comments and type it again as a covenant with God. The door is opening. I will walk through it in Jesus' name. Don't you dare hesitate now. You've come too far. You've cried too many tears. You've waited too long, and now the moment is here. Get your bags ready. Get your heart ready. Get your praise ready. Because heaven's door is swinging wide open. And what's on the other side will leave you in awe of God's faithfulness. The waiting season is over. There are few words more healing than these. The wait is over. You've been in that waiting room far too long. The place between prophecy and fulfillment, between promise and possession, between what God said and what you've yet to see. You've been faithful. You've kept praying even when your voice trembled. You've kept sowing even when your hands were shaking. You've kept showing up for others while silently wondering. If anyone saw your own need, and heaven saw, God never ignored your patience. He was preparing your portion. Waiting is never wasted when God is the one orchestrating the outcome. You weren't being punished. You were being positioned. While you were asking, God, why the delay? He was answering with, Child, I'm building the right foundation. There were details he was aligning. People, he was moving. Contracts, he was shifting. Systems, he was rearranging. And now the work is done. The waiting season was a season of becoming. You were being stretched, not broken. Tested, not disqualified. Refined, not rejected. Because what you're about to walk into is not temporary. It's not unstable. It's not rushed. It's anchored in divine timing. This is the moment where the promise breaks through the veil of delay, where the spiritual becomes visible, where the not yet becomes now. The waiting is over because God is ready. Right now, you may feel like weeping. That's okay, because this is the kind of release that makes the soul collapse in gratitude. Say this aloud with authority. The wait is over. I receive what has been prepared for me. And I want you to take 2 powerful steps. Step 1, type in the comments. My wait has ended. I step into what's mine by faith. Let it be known to heaven and earth that you are ready. Step 2, if this word has confirmed what you've been feeling deep inside, if you've cried through this message, prayed along, and felt your heart shift, honor it, seal it, sow into it. Click the Super Thanks button below. Not out of pressure, but as a sacred offering. A seed that says, God, I waited, I trusted, and now I thank you in advance for what's being released. You're not just giving money, you're stepping into agreement. Because where faith and action collide, miracles manifest. And hear this one last truth. The door that took years to open will stay open until you walk through it. Don't miss your moment. Don't let fear keep you waiting at a gate that God already unlocked. The season has shifted. The delay is broken. The release is now. Declare now, I receive this new home. There is power in your voice. What you speak carries weight in the Spirit. And right now, heaven is waiting for a declaration. Not a whisper of doubt, but a roar of agreement. Because this home, this place, this shift that's coming, it's not just yours to admire, it's yours to claim. You've watched others move. You've celebrated others' breakthroughs. You've stood on the sidelines applauding their testimonies. But now, it's your turn. And the key to unlocking what's next is not money, not connections, not luck. It's agreement. Heaven has already said yes. But God is waiting on your yes to echo His. There are spiritual laws that govern breakthrough. Faith must be spoken. Possession begins with proclamation. You must declare what you believe. Right now, wherever you are, no matter what your house looks like, no matter what's in your bank account, no matter how delayed you've felt, open your mouth and speak with boldness. I receive this new home. I receive this new life. I receive the promise of the Lord. Say it again, louder, with every part of your being. I receive this new home. Because when you speak in faith, you give God permission to perform. There are angels listening. There are doors shifting. There are contracts being written in the Spirit, but none of it activates until you say, "This is mine." This home is not just shelter. It's sanctuary. It's not just a structure. It's strategy. In this new home, you'll think clearer. You'll sleep deeper. You'll hear God louder. You'll love stronger. You'll create freer. You'll live like you were born to. This is where curses break. This is where old patterns die. This is where your future takes root and your legacy begins to bloom. But it starts with your voice. So right now, go to the comments and type it. No hesitation, no apology. I received this new home. It is mine by promise, and I declare it now. Let that sentence be your signature on the covenant. Let it shake every fear and bind every lie the enemy has tried to whisper. Let it be the moment heaven records. They took possession today. And don't let this be a one-time confession. Wake up tomorrow and say it again. Walk around your current house and speak it again. Drive past neighborhoods and shout it again. I receive this new home. Every time you declare it, the soil of your future responds. Heaven rearranges what needs to move. Earth prepares for your arrival. And your own heart aligns with the reality God has already written. This is not just a word, it's a witness. This is your yes, your moment, your home. This is it, the final sign, the confirmation your heart has been quietly begging for. You've watched this message unfold like a mirror to your spirit. Every word has echoed something you couldn't quite explain. And now the Lord is saying, you're not waiting anymore. The move has already begun. Yes, even now, while you listen, while your heart races, while your eyes well with tears, the shift has started. This isn't just a future event. This is a present transition. In the unseen realm, boxes are already being packed. Keys are being handed over. Heaven's calendar has already marked the date. The promise is already in motion. You may not see the full picture yet, but signs will begin to appear soon and in rapid succession. Conversations will change. Opportunities will arise. What once felt closed will suddenly open without resistance. And here's why. Because you said yes. You aligned. You believed. You declared. You let go of the past. You trusted when it didn't make sense. And that's all heaven was waiting on. God doesn't need perfect people. He needs willing ones. And you were willing to listen, to believe, to follow. Now everything is responding to that faith. The Spirit says, prepare, because movement is no longer coming. It's happening. Prepare, because acceleration is now in effect. Prepare, because the vision you carried for years is about to become location, foundation, and manifestation. This move isn't random, it's precise, strategic. It's your Jordan crossing, your promised land, your divine relocation, and from this day forward, you'll never again feel misplaced. You'll never again ask, where do I belong? Because the answer will be all around you. You'll walk into rooms and feel the atmosphere bend with favor. You'll sleep and dream dreams that prophesy your future. You'll know, not think, not hope. Know that you are home. The move has begun. Not tomorrow, not next year, now. So say this once more, with your whole soul. The move has already begun. I am ready. I receive it. Type it boldly in the comments. Write it like you believe it. The move has already begun. Heaven is leading me, and I'm following. Let that be your final act of faith in this sacred message. Let your fingers confirm what your heart already knows. And remember this, the door has opened. The past has closed. The promise is alive. The journey is activated. You're not who you used to be. You're not where you used to be. And from this moment forward, you never will be again. This word was for you. Let me tell you something without hesitation, without apology, and with all the spiritual fire within me. This was not just a video. This was a divine appointment. You didn't land here by accident. You didn't stay through this word because of good editing or emotion. You stayed because your spirit recognized truth. You knew somewhere deep inside, this is my word. Everything you've been sensing, the pressure, the restlessness, the urgency, the subtle signs, it has all been leading to this. God confirming that your move isn't coming. It's already happening. Heaven has spoken. The angels have been assigned. The direction has been given. Now, the only thing left to do is walk. And I need you to hear this, soul to soul. Don't let this moment fade. Don't let the word fall to the ground. Seal it. Live it. Return to it. And every time doubt creeps in, come back and hear this again, until your heart beats with full confidence that I am moving, I am chosen, I am covered, and the promise is mine. From this day on, wake up expecting miracles. Walk into each room like heaven is backing you, because it is. Look at every challenge and say, you can't stop me. I'm already in motion. And never forget this truth. Where God sends you, His presence goes first. His power surrounds. His provision awaits. If this message stirred something in your soul, if you felt tears, chills, fire, or a strange sense of finally understanding why you've felt so unsettled, it's because heaven was speaking directly to you. Now I ask you, don't keep this word to yourself. Share this video. Let others be delivered by the same word that confirmed your next season. Subscribe to this channel. If this message found you today, it won't be the last time God uses this space to speak into your life. Comment with faith. One final time, write this boldly in the comments below. The move is here. I receive it. I will never be the same. Let it ring out into the atmosphere. Let it echo through the spirit realm. Let every angel assigned to you say, it is done. And as you step into this new place, whether the door opens tomorrow, next month, or even next year, never doubt this truth. It opened the moment you believed. Welcome to your new beginning. The keys are already in your hands. Now go forward and never look back.